Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm doing a breakdown of a deck that has gotten me to Legend consistently for the past few seasons. I don't think I've really seen anybody playing anything like it. There's a couple of similar things out there. I will say this deck does heavily rely on Merlin. It's kind of like the backbone carry for this deck. But I have like a couple of other packages with, I have the Hood and Annihilus. I did have Viper at one point, but decided to get rid of her and replace with Shadow King, purely because the meta at the moment kind of calls for something like Shadow King. And Shadow King, it used to be Red Guardian, but Shadow King I think is more prevalent at the moment, and it still allows Merlin's Evolve to work at Sersi. So I call this deck Evolve. If anybody knows me from back in the Hearthstone days, I used to love Evolve style decks, and now I think there's enough to make something like this work. We also have Mysterio with Sasquatch and the Bishop as well. I mean, playing Bishop then Mysterio and then having something like Merlin to play on top of it, or Sersi, is like perfect. Bishop's in here as well because you have the Merlin, which can keep giving you spells to stack on top and utilize more of Bishop charges. And then obviously Sentry as well. That goes with like Annihilus perfectly. Also goes with Evolve, goes with Sersi. Rhino's in here because if you play Merlin, then Rhino, then Evolve, or the... I forget what it's called. What's it called? I am really not used to playing on PC. There we go. Once in future. I usually play on mobile. Surge is in here mainly because Surge was good at the time. I still think Surge is good. If she hits Mysterio, it's good and bad. I dislike it partially because Mysterio doesn't proc the extra charge once it's played because it counts as like revealing when the game ends. But it does buff every single charge of Mysterio, which I guess is the other positive side. You get it on Hood. Hood is free. Play it with Annihilus or Sersi whenever you need, and just honestly getting anything else out earlier is great. You get it on Sasquatch. You can then technically play Sasquatch earlier than you usually would. Go Surge into, I don't know, Mysterio, Hood, then Sasquatch, and kind of like play that line. It's great. But I think the best way for me to show you how this is played is by actually playing some games. So here we go, and I would say I've got a pretty good win rate with this deck. Haven't played much on Untapped so far, as I say, playing mostly on mobile, but getting back into it, so I will update you guys with what the win rate is at the end of this. Anyway, to the games. Oh, we're up against decently high player. Shang is no skill. Don't really know how to feel about Shang-Chi, honestly. I feel like I was always rooting for a nerf that was kind of along those lines. Don't think it's worth worrying about. Shang-Chi now, I kind of feel like he's more or less fair. This guy's not gonna have... I can play quite a lot here. I want to get Merlin down so that I can start getting some evolves going. So with all these scrolls, it's going to be quite nice. Shadow King middle. I guess I've got the position decided. Oh, do I snap? Thing is, I want Shadow King to go to the middle. I could just evolve it now and get rid of this. Yeah. Board space and cards don't really suit me having Elysium active, so... Wow, Laufey's pretty big. I won't say no to Laufey. Do I need Bullseye to go off? Shadow King. I mean, what's Shadow King gonna net them? Just 4 power. And it's gonna decrease Lauf by quite a bit though. But the long run with the Cassandra is probably the best bet. I'm going to do this for now. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty big. Magic. Oh, come on. Give me the location changer, Merlin. Oh. You love to see it. What am I playing alongside it? Rhino, probably? Oh, Mysterious better, though. Single Bullseye. It could always hit here. Which makes it better. Yeah. Oh, no, I just don't snap. No, interesting. Are they just going to Arnhem Zola her? What? Well, I mean, even if I gave them one more turn, it's not exactly going to have done very much. Nice. I love those games where you don't have to snap or worry about it because they have limbo. They somehow decide it's still safe. Loki. Okay. What are they playing? I always look, Gorgon's great right now with Arasham. So I always look to see if it's Arasham. Korg. Interesting. Which probably makes it... what is that card called? Terrax? Yeah, it probably makes it a Terrax deck. So I'll try and play to counter that for now. I feel like usually I want to avoid putting cards in the right lane, because at a later date, or a later time, you'd probably more than likely face Sersi there with Sentry. It's a pretty big hit. Hydro Man. Ah! Smart. That makes sense with the rocks. That's probably the best place for that. But they don't know what I pulled. Is it permanently? Yeah. Well, that can be a big surprise. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna have to play it this turn. Merlin in the middle gives a bit of a disadvantage to this lane, but I can always play Polymorph or the lane altering one. He snapped. The thing is, I like snapping, but when it's Sersi, you don't know what you're gonna get. I always find it worse to play it onto a 2-cost. I get Beast so often. It screws me over. What order did I play? I went like this, then like this. Okay, I won't snap, but I'll play into there. Yeah, Spider Ham hitting Rhino is fine. Yeah, I mean, it was a ballsy play. They're probably just going to play Mystique, right? And I mean, Mystique is going to be with 13 power. I think I lose this one most of the time, but I'll just play it out. Just for curiosity purpose. Ooh, it's close. It's close. I mean, I'll keep that game in because I don't know why I said it's close. I didn't even realize that was actually just a tie. Oh, why can I not? There we go. Not used to untapped on the side. That was very, very good actually. I hadn't realized it was going to be a tie. But this is why Evolve is fun, but also a pain at the same time. Nightmare, literally, I think the lowest roll 3-drop I could have got. Anything else and I would have won. And Zombie Galacti, the lowest roll 7-drop I could have got. Anything else I would have won, so I'll take a tie. Okay. We're definitely climbing up the ranks. Still no Airsham. I'm surprised because I've seen quite a lot of Airsham. Middle location. This one tends to screw this deck unless you have Bishop. Mysterium Surge and Hood obviously work, but not with this hand. Wow, okay. My play isn't great this turn, otherwise I would probably snap. Oh, okay. Play here often isn't Merlin, but Limbo, kind of. Limbo gives me 2 chances at least. Interesting anti-venom. Possibilities Sasquatch and Polymorph or Sentry and Polymorph. But I think it's this. Legion. Okay, well, turn 7 is happening, whether I like it or not. I completely went against my initial plan, but it's okay.
I am Iron Man.
Iron Man, okay. Iron Man's not preferable. Sasquatch and this. Yeah, because at this point, none of the cards on my deck are realistic going to have that big of an impact. Surge is kind of a dead draw. Bishop is going to be a less than statted 3-drop. Mysterio is probably the best one purely because of Sersi. So throwing a rock in there is okay. Moonstone. This is a slightly scary deck. Play Polymorph right and hope for Red Guardian, but I don't know what the chances. The chances are fairly low. A 3-drop and a 7-drop in the middle isn't the worst thing. They're not really going to have anything worth Shadow Kinging, Gorgon, and Annihilus doesn't hit anything. So Again, I just gamble this one, I think. It's pretty big in the middle. And there we go. Going into 3 drops, it's the one thing with this deck. It seems to always mess with you. That big enough? Oh, it's just big enough because of the Sage. Ah, that's a pain. It's a pain because any card right would have won it for me. Gorgon. Regardless of whatever happened, I mean left, because regardless of whatever happened on the right, this would have been higher. Oh well. It was a close game, so it's worth showcasing. Okay. Still no Arisham. Third, middle, because I don't have Sentry or Sersi yet. Nice. Merlin's good. I think I always put it left, but I'm scared of expansion sometimes. But a snap hasn't happened, so... Shadow King will be big this game, it seems. I think I just get rid of this because it's a bit of a pain. What is it? Is it more of a pain for the opponent? Sersi, but I can always Sersi last turn. Sure. If you can't tell by the deck that I'm playing, I'm a fan of random chance things happening, so... Okay.
Minions to me.
That is a little bit intimidating. Which means I just do this purely for the energy, but they also get the energy. But it's Shadow King right after this. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Shadow King can win that lane by himself. Do I need to worry about playing Shadow King yet? Purely because they're going to have an insane amount of energy. We Sersi middle and see what happens. If we get good results, I probably snap because they're not going to expect Shadow King most of the time. One card with... how much energy even? Oh my. Why is this being showcased so frequently? Oh, that's why they did that. Or She-Hulk, isn't it? Maybe She-Hulk, right? Play Polymorph just to make Bishop a 4-drop. Probably. Okay, let's see what happens. Well, I actually nerfed that, but... wow. Okay. Please go... yeah, okay. Wow, these end of turn decks panic me so much. Here, until it's resolved. But Misty Knight going right saved me. Yeah, I wouldn't have won this. That's pretty good for us with Merlin. I think it safely allows us to play Merlin and Surge this turn. They're getting my Sersi. This card is why we put Shadow King in the deck. We just need to draw Shadow King. Well. Universal. I think we just get rid of Ongoing. Because I just have Gorgon and yeah. It's not going to help me very much. Grand Central. Don't know how to feel about Grand Central. Could pull anything, and I just don't want it to pull Shadow King. Sasquatch isn't bad here. But I think Sentry just sets us up better. Okay. Now this card is a bit of a problem. Because I can't play Shadow King because I don't know what it's going to do. Maybe Arnhem? My Arnhem Zola. Bishop's good, but it doesn't leave me with many plays. I'd pretty much do that and polymorph. Polymorph and maybe this. Which at least then gives Grand Central something good to pull. But Man Spider's a dead draw. Shadow King, I don't want it to play. Oh. I think we're good. Well, we're good as long as it doesn't pull Shadow King. Come on, give me Sersi or Sasquatch. You know you want to. Come on. Eesh. Oh dear. Okay. What do they snap? What do they play? Because Taskmaster's gone off here. So do they always play... They always play Arnhem? I think they do, you know. I think they always play Arnhem. Which... Well, he's just going to... duplicate them over here. Which means I just do this. I don't snap, I don't think, because it makes it too obvious. If it's not Arnhem Zola, I don't know what it is. Black Panther. What do I play here? Oh dear. Don't think it's big enough. No. Oh, I should have played Sasquatch middle. Yeah, retrospect. Nice, good timing with Hood. And we finally drew Mysterio. I feel like I've hardly drawn it since recording. They probably retreat, but let's see. Let's see. I haven't snapped at all because I've been recording, so I felt too hesitant to. Okay. Galactus First Steps can probably contest. I'm guessing he's got Reality Stone. But Gorgon's good. I don't know why for some reason I've been thinking that this is the end of the game. It's pretty strong. Yeah, I think it's my best play. Fenris. Haven't seen Fenris in a while. Okay, we're doing pretty well. We're doing pretty well. Do I put Sentry here and not worry about the Void? Or do I put it here to send the Void over? Because he's going to want to play middle to contest power for Galactus. He hasn't destroyed anything. I don't think I ever send it into the deck. That's the wrong play. Okay, I see how it is. So I polymorph this 100% of the time. He's then going to Shang-Chi here. Yes? I think that's the play. Middle doesn't get anything, but... what would they even play middle? I haven't really sussed the deck. I think it's just an ongoing Thanos deck. And so that makes right Spectrum. Spectrum something. Spectrum armor. Well, pretty close. Pretty close indeed. But, yeah, I think everyone always expects it to be a Nihilist, so they just fill the right lane. And no one expects Polymorph for some reason, even though you have Merlin in play. I don't know. People are always just too worried about Nihilus. That on Mysterio is pretty big. Don't Shadow King. Why did they discard Prodigy? Okay. I'm going to get my Sersi. I get that Mega Sentinel.
Wind, aid my hand.
Yeah, I was expecting that. This deck seems to be fairly common. This isn't too bad. I might try and do something on the right, but I'm gonna be quite a powerhouse there, so if they do, it might disrupt their flow. Shang-Chi. Not the best, honestly. I think I probably should have tried to stop Herbie sooner. Because a Mega Sentinel does that. It's the highest cost power card and he's doubling it. Just have to make sure that I'm going first, which means maybe I play this here. The Mega Sentinel hits Herbie, so what am I on here? 8. Mega Sentinel goes off twice. I think I just need to make sure this lane is safe. So it is then... Honestly, I think he always wins, but I'm gonna play it out just out of curiosity. If he evolves, it could get me something. They might bank all their plays on Herbie doubling, and if Herbie doubles, well, he's going to be more negative, so... I mean, what do they even play? I guess it's like Silver Surfer and Brood? In which case I lose most of the time. Copycat. Wow, okay. That was a close one.
Victory.
Wow. Yeah, I was just thinking, taking Herbie out of the equation helps quite a lot. Hitting Gamora also helped quite a lot. But that's the thing with Evolves, you can never know what to expect. But that's why I love the deck. So that was the Evolved deck in action, and honestly, I think it's kind of underappreciated right now. A little bit cracked. Very fun and consistent. And above all else, chaotic. As you probably saw from some of those games, people don't expect it, and I think that's why it's like winning a lot. It's pulling out some cards that people just aren't expecting, especially turning a Void into a 5-drop. Like, people fill that lane expecting it to be a Nihilus, and then... But it also leaves that flexibility because a Nihilus is also in the deck, so if you feel like their lane is open enough, just send it over. But yeah, if you have any questions about the deck or anything, be sure to drop a comment below and let me know. I'll be happy to help. And maybe let me know what deck you want me to try next. I do have another deck lined up that I'm going to show. It's a bit more of a straightforward one compared to this one, but we will see. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.